Welcome to Understanding the Self Virtual Discussion. Our topic, the Self, Society, and Culture. Part 1. Hi, my name is Miss Teen and I hope you enjoy listening. The learning objectives are: explain the relationship between and among self, society, and culture. Describe and discuss the different ways by which society and culture shape the self. Compare and contrast how the self can be influenced by the different institutions in the society, and examine oneself against the different views of self that were discussed. Let's talk about the self. What is the self? In contemporary literature and even common sense, self is commonly defined by the following characteristics: separate, self-contained and independent, consistent, unitary, private. Self-defined as separate. It is meant that the self is distinct from other selves. The self is always unique and has its own identity. One cannot be another person. Self is self-contained and independent. Its distinctness allows it to be self-contained with its own thoughts, characteristics, and volition. It does not require any other self for it to exist. Self is consistent. It has a personality that is enduring and therefore can be expected to persist for quite some time. It also means that the particular self traits, characteristics, tendencies, and potentialities are more or less the same. Self is unitary. It is the center of all experiences and thoughts that run through a certain person. It is like the chief command post in an individual where all processes, emotions, and thoughts converge. Self is private. Each person sorts out information, feelings and emotions, and thought processes within the self. This whole process is never accessible to anyone but the self. The self, then, is isolated from the external world. And that's all for the first part of our discussion. Thank you, dear students. I hope you had an enjoyable learning. Stay tuned for more.